Hey guys, Tassos here. Now, as some of you might know, monks are one of my favorite things that came with Mists of Pandaria. I fell in love with my monk while leveling it, and I've been playing it very actively ever since. I was sad to discover that there aren't very many in-depth Windwalker monk PvP guides out there. Well, there's a few, but most of them already outdated with the 5.2 patch. For that reason, I thought I could make a guide of my own and share what I know of the monk class with people trying to get into Windwalker monk PvP or just looking to improve their play. Hopefully, somebody will find this guide useful. Before I get to the more advanced stuff though, there's several add-ons and macros that I consider pretty useful to have for PvP. I'm going to have a list of add-ons and macros that I use on the description of this video, but there's not too much to say about add-ons, so I'll be focusing more on macros. If you're going to be doing any arena at all, you're going to need either focus macros or arena 1, 2, 3 macros, but I'll leave those for another time. They're very useful in battlegrounds as well, but they're most effective in arenas, where for example you can focus the healer and crowd control him without having to change target all the time. As you can see here, I have quite a few macros for my monk. Most of them are just your standard focus macros, but there's some other ones that I feel are very useful, namely the Touch of Death macro that makes Touch of Death a lot more reliable, and the Swifty macro that pops all of your cooldowns at once. Lastly, another thing that's very important for PvP is keybinds. I've heard of a lot of people who've done okay without keybinds, but keybinds make your life so much easier that there's no reason not to use them. I know they're pretty hard to get used to if you've been clicking your spells for a long while, but once you do get used to them, you will love them. You can see my keybinds right here. I'm using an add-on called BindPad for keybinding. It works great and it's very easy to use. Now, how you actually want to keybind your spells is completely up to you, but in my opinion it's crucial that the spells you use often are on easy to reach keys and preferably don't have a modifier. Get comfortable with your keybinds and you'll see your reaction speed improve by a lot when it actually matters. Anyway, this will be it for now. Stay tuned for my next video in which I'll talk a little bit more about Windwalker monks in general.